Yo, what is happening? Welcome back to the QL Experience. I am QL, and as you can see, I'm at one of my favorite places right now, a greenhouse. It's in Spartanburg, Piedmont Farm and Garden to be exact. And when I tell you I love this place, it's like a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about the greenhouse that's in the back, but they have a huge selection of some of your favorite house plants. And today, we're gonna kick off the show with our Carolina Land Spotlight. Chloe is gonna hang out with us and teach us more about these plants. And maybe you're saying, QL, I got a black thumb. I don't have a green thumb. I would like to figure out how to work this thing out in my crib as well. But we're gonna give you some tips and all that good stuff today on the show. But before I get inside of our Carolina Land Spotlight, I do want to update you on some of my New Year goals, right? You remember when we started the show, we talked about how I want to get back in the gym and I want to be more organized. Can I tell you that I have been writing down my days day by day? I'm trying to have like a plan before the next day so I'm not like in this frenzy whenever the time comes. And for instance, I got to tape the show, or I got to run to the radio station, or maybe I got to take my niece to the doctor. I don't know. I'm trying to be more organized. Y'all help me out, hold me accountable, okay? And I'll hold you accountable. And on today's show, we have Mayor Jerome Rice. Mayor Jerome Rice is going to be chit-chatting with us all about his new plans for Spartanburg and more right here on the QL Experience. And family, as you can see, I'm in the greenhouse right now with my friend Chloe. Chloe, you have been working at Piedmont Farm Garden for how long?
About 2 years now, I'd say.
About 2 years now. And kind of talk about the history of this place. I believe you said they've been here since like the 1960s?
Yeah, 1969, I believe. And yeah, we're just a little farm and store.
Yeah.
We grow vegetables, tomatoes. We have a greenhouse over there that has like 300 different varieties. We got peppers. Just kind of, if you want to start a farm or your own little area, you can come here and get everything.
So there's a lot of people that actually have their own farm where they come and get their produce from Piedmont Farm Garden?
Oh yeah, they'll come and get flats of vegetables, cabbage, onions, and you can kind of do your own thing. Some people have acres, some people just start with a little square foot garden.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for those who have never been to Piedmont Farm Garden, first of all, you can come in, right? And there's like a whole thing you guys have in the inside, from like the garden tools. And there's certain seasons where you guys actually bring in like the chicks and all that good stuff.
Starting in February.
And they have really good boiled peanuts too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But what's so special about this place is that the house plant greenhouse, right? When I first started coming here, I never knew about this place. One day I was just walking around, and then to my surprise, I was like in greenhouse heaven, literally. Right. Kind of talk about the reactions you get from people when they actually find this greenhouse when they come back here.
Yeah, so we have a little display inside of some house plants, and I really like to, if I see someone looking at those, I'll be like, hey, come out here. And I just love to open those doors and see their jaw drop, and they're just, like you said, in plant heaven.
Absolutely. And I started my plant journey actually here at Piedmont Farm Garden. I mean, I started off with just like a pythos, and then that turned into like a Swiss plant. And then I got the snake plants, and now like I have a jungle inside of my house. And I actually do have one of these.
Oh yeah, the Monstera.
Now these are the Monsteras. I have found this to be very easy to grow. And like they actually have like these aerial roots that comes out all the time as well, that I believe helps it grow a little faster. Am I right or wrong? Can you help me on that?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps the plant create energy, but Monsteras are fun and they get really big, and if people like a big plant, that's a really good one to have.
And how about this one right here, Chloe?
That is a Crimson Queen Hoya. Those are really fun, and they actually bloom. And Hoyas, they all have a different smell. Some can smell like buttered popcorn. Some can smell like a beautiful rose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And family, I also like, I'm very big at like propagating at home, right? So like I had this snake plant, and literally it broke off, right? So I had put it inside dirt, and before you know it, roots just started coming off, and now you have these new leaves that are now starting to come out as well. Kind of talk about the care of a snake plant. Is this something that maybe like a newcomer who maybe have never had a plant before, is this easy to take care of?
It's really easy to take care of, and it doesn't need too much light. And like you said, if you just break off a little piece, you can put it back into the pot. You can put it in some water, grow a new plant. They're really easy, and they clean the air as well.
And now everybody tells me that every time I post my pictures and videos of like my plant room online, they always talk about my air, and they're always like, well, I want to know what your air smells like at your house, because I have all the snake plants and all that good stuff. Talk about, what are some of your favorites, like or like the top 3 that you see sell fast here?
Pothos. I mean, this is a type of pothos.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, that one's nice, elongated leaves. But I mean, pothos, we have the Tycon, which is right here. This is another form of that Monstera you picked up.
Yeah.
That's really popular with the white on there.
And then I recently got inside of the well plants too. So
Yep.
this is like a variegation of the snake plants?
Yeah, so this has a very like thick and rounded leaf, and you can get variegated or just the regular green.
Yeah. So again, family, Piedmont Farm and Garden in Spartanburg. You got to stop by. What's the address for those that are watching at home?
7043 Howard Street.
Yes, and you guys are open Monday through Fridays, Saturdays too?
Saturdays till 3, but that's seasonable. We'll change till 6, I think in a couple months. Got
you. And do you guys ever have plant sales or veggie sales or anything like that?
We do like flat prices and stuff like that, but sometimes we'll have some stuff.
All right, so again, family, you got to come see my good friends, Piedmont Farm and Garden. This is your Carolina Lynn Spotlight. Chloe, thank you so much.
No problem, thank you.
From the greenhouse to the mayor's office, what is happening, family? As you see, I got the mayor, Mayor Jerome Rice, in the building with me. Of course, he is the mayor of the city of Spartanburg. And first of all, I must say this, congratulations on your re-election, sir.
QL, man, I do appreciate it. I appreciate your support here as well, as we do quite a few things together, but and truly appreciate the support of the Spartanburg community that voted to re-elect me as mayor for 4 more years.
Yeah. So when you think about like your first term, right, and then we fast forward to now 2026, what are you most proud of whenever you think about those years?
QL, I'll give you this. And as we were thinking about campaign slogans and what we would do moving into the campaign, Dr. Kay Woodward, every time I see her, she calls me the ever-present mayor.
Yeah.
I just ran into her just this past Sunday over at Silver Hill United Men breakfast, and she again welcomed me as the ever-present mayor. And that's one thing I truly wanted to do and wanted everybody to see the mayor, have an opportunity to meet the mayor. I go to schools, I go to civic organizations, Rotary, churches, whomever is called, that they have truly got the mayor to be there. And I wanted to be present for the people. Spartanburg is heading in a great direction, and I wanted to be present for the people as much as possible.
And I was going to ask you that question, but I think it's to your point, because a lot of times when we go out in different communities and different cities, we don't always see the mayor come out all the time, but there's not been a time where I reached out to you and we had an event and you did not show up. Even if you had a million things on your calendar schedule, you still came and you wanted to be a part of the community.
And of course, and that's me. I want to be a part of this community. I was a part of this community before I became mayor, before I became city manager, before I came on city council. I was a part of this community, and I take pride into being a part of Spartanburg and what's going on in Spartanburg. And that's the way I think we make a difference.
Being
absolutely. Present and being there.
Absolutely. And when you talk about Spartanburg has been growing for many years now. I remember I was staying downtown. They were building the baseball field. So now we have the Spartanburgers in town. There's some new development that's going on the north side of Sparkle City as well. What can you say about that?
Oh, man, just opportunities for everybody. QL, we have 2 new office spaces coming downtown. We have a new hotel coming downtown.
Even the library expanded as well.
Oh, the planetarium at the library, one of a kind in the state of South Carolina, not just in Spartanburg County, not just in the upstate, but in the state of South Carolina, man. So happy with what Todd Stevens is doing there at the library. We have a new city county joint complex that will be erected here soon. We just had the groundbreaking here before the new year. So, I mean, I'm just excited about what will happen in Spartanburg and the opportunity again for our citizens here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think a lot of times we get caught up in like those social media games, right? And you see a lot of people that they felt a certain type of way about the construction that was coming to downtown Spartanburg. But when you look at it in the long haul, I mean, you are creating jobs for a lot of young people. I think I was telling you not too long ago that there's a guy by the name of RJ who kind of mentored with me a little bit while he was in undergrad, and now he has a full-time job at the Spartanburgers baseball field.
It's just opportunities, and the only way we move forward and the only way we continue to have these opportunities, that we have to change a few things around town. Infrastructure is very important, so we may have some delay with the roads being paved over, or even infrastructure down underneath the surface. We have to go and make sure that our water water system can hold what's coming. So,
and that was something that people have been talking about on social media. I think we saw it on the news as well, where there was like something going on with the Spartanburg water system.
Yeah, and Guy Boyles, our executive director of the water, does a great job with getting information out.
Absolutely.
He just wanted to stay on the safe side of everything that's going on. But it is so much momentum that is headed here in Spartanburg. We're just so thrilled. We, when I say we, I mean the city staff, city council, even my family. That was the conversation over the holidays.
Yeah.
Dad, what's coming next? You know, Mayor or Uncle Jerome or friend, what's coming next to Spartanburg, man? You guys are doing such a great job. And that was truly a pleasure to hear. People coming back home that's been away for a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't want to come back to Spartanburg. Now they're looking at what's the next apartment complex, housing development that I can move in close to downtown here in Spartanburg.
And I was driving around over there near Union Street. There's some new apartments that's up that's right there at the corner. I mean, first of all, family, the apartments look really nice. I haven't seen the inside, but on the outside, they got the balconies and the lights.
Yes.
And it looks like really nice community living over there too.
QL, you're talking about Boxcar.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
If you go on the trail, it is just
it's connected to the rabbit trail.
To the rail trail.
To the rail trail.
To the rail trail. Yeah. And that's opportunity that we have, and it was key for the developer there. It was key that he was connected to the rail trail because people want that quality of life amenity there. I can walk right out my back door, walk the trail, walk down to the YMCA, actually walk downtown, have lunch.
There's a gym on that trail too.
There's a gym.
There's an outside gym.
There's a CrossFit on up. There's a grocery store at the other end. So again, it's about connectivity and again, making sure we have a quality of life in Spartanburg for everyone.
Absolutely. And as you talk about connectivity, what do you see is the biggest priorities for the residents of Spartanburg right now and connecting with them?
Just one thing that will be key for my next term, next 4 years, I really want to make a connection with our young people. As you know, my wife is an assistant principal at Spartanburg High School. My job, I'm one of the administrators at Spartanburg High School, and I want to do a better job of connecting with our young people. One thing I will start, and we're already in the process, Dr. Booker, the CEO of Spartanburg Academic Movement, we will start a youth council and getting youth to the table. They will hear about the development. They will hear about what's going on in Spartanburg, the new apartments that's coming to Spartanburg, what's going to happen with Morgan Square. I want to have the young people in the forefront of all of this that's going in so they can hear and actually have the mayor's ear as to, mayor, that's a good idea. I know that's not such a good idea, but also have some input, have some skin in the game, as we would like to say, about the next development or the next park or the next store or just some new idea, fresh ideas from the young people. So that is very key for my next 4 years, that I get more young people involved. And I think this children's cabinet that we will be working towards developing, and we've already put some leg work in it. And just now we will be identifying young people to be a part of it.
And I definitely think it would change the narrative of that young community in Spartanburg, because when you think about a lot that's happening in Spartanburg, especially when it comes to the violence, a lot of people are pointing it directly towards our young people. And then people are saying, well, there's not outlets for young people to go and kind of be young and be kids, right? But then I went to Dr. T.K. Great Community Center this morning, and there were like 30 young kids in there playing basketball, right? So I love the fact that we have community centers and we have spaces where kids get to be kids, but also where kids get a chance and an opportunity to dream as well, because I feel like when we don't create those spaces, that's where that trouble creeps in.
QL, you hit it right on the head. I mean, it's so much, only so much the school systems can do. I mean, the school systems are there, of course, and they have our young people, and they're there to educate, and they also have extracurricular activities going on, from theater and orchestra and band, and of course athletics and things of that sort. But we also need that space when I may not make the athletic team, I may not make the chorus at the school, or I may not be inclined to play an instrument, but I still have that opportunity at home in my neighborhood to go to Dr. T.K. Gregg and be myself.
Absolutely.
Whatever that may offer there. I do still have the opportunity to go to C.C. Woodson and have a outlet there when they have their teen nights and have other groups coming through that may interest our young folks. So again, it's I want our young folks to have an opportunity to hear about policies and procedures that are moving forward in their hometown, in their city of Spartanburg.
Absolutely. And shout out to Mayor Jerome Rice. He recently just had his MLK breakfast, which was downtown Spartanburg. I had a chance to be a part of that. Kind of talk about like, why is that so important? I mean, because last year you did it and it was super big, but then this past week, the past couple of weeks ago, you guys brought it back. And it was an amazing event. And I feel like people left empowered too.
The breakfast is something that is near and dear to me. And when I came in my first term, we've had the breakfast for 4 years. And that's to kick off the MLK week that Spartanburg does a great job with putting it on. And so it's just an outstanding event. We want people to really remember the King legacy. We don't want Dr. King's legacy to die. And it's all about being kind and treating your neighbor as you would want to be treated. And it's about community as well. So the breakfast is always the kickoff.
And then we have a whole week of events.
Then we have a whole week of event. We have one highlight is the march is one that we would do on Saturday morning, but also that Friday night, because Dr. King, one thing, and I don't know if you know, Dr. King was an avid swimmer. He loved swimming.
So I didn't know that. So I got to do my research then.
So we had a lock-in for our young people at Dr. T.K. Gregg, so they could actually be and swim. We have lifeguards there, have the gym available for them. They'll have a DJ there. The young ladies and young men that want to go do TikTok in the upstairs room can go do that. And it's going to be an open space for them to just have a good time and just to relax, and just a spot that they don't have to answer any questions. They don't have to fill out any pamphlets. They don't have to fill out any surveys. Just come and have a great time in a safe environment that we offer to all of our citizens and all of our children and all of our students.
What is your vision for Spartanburg, like the next few years? When we think about the citizens and the students and even like the newcomers that are coming to the city, what are you mostly personally committed to making happen or seeing in Spartanburg?
Again, I mean, there's all type of development that's coming that I want to see come to fruition. But again, my impact, I really want this impact to be for the young people. QL, someone asked me how do I measure success in this mayor's role? And I said it's different for everybody. You talked about baseball a little bit in the development, what has happened there. That's a family-friendly outing that everyone can enjoy at a very reasonable price. We talked about the city-county complex that's coming downtown. Let's talk about the wrap. And the new office building that's coming down, the new hotel that's coming down, the reimagined Morgan Square, and all of that is just what's coming in downtown. We can talk about the memorial, the African American memorial over on the south side of town.
Which I thought that was a moment all by itself.
Man, I mean, there's so much that we can talk about. And that's something else that I have a hard time in hard conversation with staff. Sometimes we do need to pat ourselves on the back. You know, as you stated earlier about social media and people always digging at the city, we're doing some great stuff here in Spartanburg. And maybe we don't tell our story enough. But I say all that to say my measure of success came honestly on a Saturday morning. I just left the gym and I was driving home on West Main Street, West Main, and I stopped at the Family Dollar, giving Family Dollar a shout out. And it was 3 little kids, a little boy, 2 little girls, an older gentleman, older than I am, I would imagine, and maybe another guy, maybe my age. And I'm in my workout clothes, just finished working out. And he tried to get the kids to move off, let the gentleman go into the store. I said, no, sir, you stay on the sidewalk. You're working with them. I'll walk in the parking lot. And so as I went around the parking lot, I was about to go into the door, and the little boy said, "That's the mayor." Yeah. I could hear him out the corner of my eyes. He said, "That's the mayor." And I'm not sure if the older gentleman knew or not, either one of them, but he did. At some point, he has crossed paths with the mayor, and he remembered that. Yeah. You know, I turned around, went back out, introduced myself to the young man, and of course to the older gentleman as well. But I asked him, you know, "Thank you. I appreciate you recognizing, and what could I do for you?" Yeah. You know, so I mean, we don't have to go into any more details as to what I've done. Absolutely. But that's the measure of success that I want to see when I walk to different places, or when wherever I am.
Well, even to your point with walking though, because Miles with the Mayor is
Miles
a thing
with the
too.
Mayor, man. Miles with the Mayor has truly been a tremendous undertaking. In my first term, we walked over, we surpassed 120 miles in our walks. And I'm like, wow, you know, if you actually put it down and put a number to it, that's just amazing. And that's something that we just thought of organically. Yeah. Miles with the Mayor, Saturday mornings, come out one Saturday a month, have conversation with the mayor, with other city council members, with the city manager.
And you guys actually give details on what's going on, the history of Spartanburg too.
We can talk about whatever it is to talk about. Talk about something that may have just passed at city council. Talk about something that may be happening within the city. Talk about something that is forthcoming, giving them just a schedule of different events, and also just having a time to talk to the elected officials around town. And a lot of time people think that that's you know, that we're untouchable or not available, but we want to make ourselves available. And a lot of times you will have the mayor there, you will have some city council members there, you will have other city staff there, and other folks in the community comes out as well that you can learn different things from.
And it's always a good time. Miles with the Mayor. We'll put details all about the mayor, how you can follow him on social media, his website. We'll have that on the screen. I do want to ask you this though, before we wrap up. If this was your final interview as the mayor of Spartanburg, what would you want people to know about you? And that's a QL question I ask everybody, right? Because it could be your final interview. Now we knocking on wood. It ain't gonna happen because you got years and years to live. But if
it really could be QL, and I guess that's a good question. I should have did my homework to figure out that final question. What would I want people to know about the mayor? And I guess honestly, QL, we may not always agree when it comes to the vote I may cast or the decision I may make, but I want people to understand that after I talk to certain people in the community that's near and dear to me, that live here and have been here, when I make that decision, I feel I'm making the decision in the best interest of my home. Yeah. So regardless of the outcome, regardless of the decision cast, I'm making the best decision for my home. And you best believe that I'm never going to do anything contrary to my home.
No, absolutely. And I also believe that people know you have a heart, not only for the people, but you have a heart for the youth as well. And I'm just excited to see what you do in these next 4 years as the mayor of Spartanburg. So congratulations, man. Thank you for coming on the show. You know, you got a home here. Anytime you want to come to the QL Experience, you can come to the QL Experience.
Thank you, QL, and I do appreciate it. And truly, these next 4 years, we really want to impact our young people. Yeah. We truly want to impact the young people. So thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Earlier, we spent time in a greenhouse talking about plants, growth, and what to do if you got the black thumb. Because growth, what I'm learning is, it's not all about having everything figured out. It's about starting with the right environment and even giving things time. That lesson applies to more than just plants. It applies to people, and it applies to cities like the city of Spartanburg. In our conversation with the mayor, we talked about Spartanburg, the new jobs that are coming to the city, the construction that's shaping what the future holds, and the work of building community in the middle of growth. We also chatted about the criticism, though. what people have to say about the city of Spartanburg, what they're not doing, and the responsibility of leadership to show up every day, to do the best that they can, and to plan not just for today, but for the years ahead. Because real growth, whether it's a greenhouse or a city, it takes vision, patience, and people willing to stay connected. And that's what the QL Experience is about. Real conversations, real growth. This isn't just a show. This is the QL Experience.